What's going on, guys? It's D-Shox bringing you some more Black Ops 2 gameplay and a commentary, as always. And today, we've got some seriously kick-ass gameplay on the map Carrier, hardcore kill confirmed. And Carrier is just one of those maps that gets my blood pressure up more often than not. But today, as you'll see here shortly, I go absolutely hamburger cheese bologna sandwich on the enemy team. And I end up killing like the same teammate twice, so throughout this gameplay I'm like really focusing, trying not to kill anyone else, because I think the limit is 3 team kills and you're kicked out, but I could be wrong about that, I don't know. Anyway, as you can see here, we have the silenced M8 with the select fire attachment, and you'll notice the camo is like some sort of digital, like I don't know the exact name for it. They brought all these fancy new camos in, like Cherry Blossom and Art of War. Art of War is my favorite, for those of you wondering. I don't know how many of you are wondering. But anyway, they have all these fancy new camos. I just call it digital because that's what it looks like, and that's what it's been called in previous Call of Duties. But the reason I'm pointing that out is because, obviously, if you've seen my M8 camo vid, then you'll know that this was beforehand. This was in my vault before that. And the reason I'm showing you an old gameplay is because what I do is I just stick any sort of really kick-ass gameplay in the vault, and I'll just leave it there for the time being, and I'll be like, okay, I'll use this gameplay for this commentary, this gameplay for this commentary, and, you know, all that sort of shit. And I'll pick it out when the time's right, when it's right for the picking, you know what I mean? And today I needed something to give you guys, because I felt like I've been neglecting you, and I'll get more into that in a minute. But for those of you new, that's one thing you'll notice about me, is that I'll just leave stuff in the vault until I feel like it's necessary to bring it out. This is actually a fairly long gameplay. I don't know if the commentary is going to be as long. If it isn't, would you guys rather, for future vids, let me know if you guys would rather I cut the gameplay down to match the length of the commentary, or if you guys prefer to just watch the whole gameplay. Leave your thoughts on that in the comments below. And I'll definitely take a look. Obviously, I'm not the biggest channel. I've said that before. I can look at the comments, look at personal messages. I can respond to all of you guys pretty much, more or less. The only video I haven't been able to respond to everyone is that Metal Gear video, and probably the majority of you haven't seen that. But the majority of MGS fans have seen that, and that's somewhere in my uploads. If you want to go take a look, I don't know how interested the majority of you guys, my subscribers, are in MGO. Or MGS, rather. But it was a pretty good vid. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Getting back into it. This is probably one of my only gameplays where I actually kicked some serious ass with the Dragonfire. And the Dragonfire is just a bitch and a half in itself. Because, like, the reticle on it, I don't like it for a variety of reasons. One of which being the reticle on the computer screen when you're controlling the Dragonfire. When you put the damn reticle, the aiming reticle, on someone while you're piloting the Dragonfire, and it just doesn't kill them. It's like you're pointing at them, but it's not killing them. It's like it's kind of like lag, because, you know, you're pointing at them where they are, but, you know, on their screen they're already over here, and you have to reposition the reticle. Oh, now he's over here, now he's over here, and it's just frustrating as hell. And I think the reason I used it in this gameplay was because I was trying to get the titles for the score streaks, and the Dragonfire was fairly close to obtaining the title, or the emblem, or whatever the hell I was trying to get with it. And I just was like, alright, you know what, since I'm playing hardcore, it'll be a hell of a lot easier to get the kills, which it was, so I'll just man up and use it for this. And like I said, the hardcore is one of those game modes where, you know, one bullet from the Dragonfire and they're dead, and you'll see that shortly here. And it was just easy to use. In core game modes, though, you just get hit marker after hit marker after hit marker, and it's just annoying as hell, and I'm just like, alright, fuck this, I'm going to hardcore to use it. And lo and behold, I actually managed to do some serious work. I think, I wouldn't say the bulk of my KD in this game came from the Dragonfire, but a decent amount came from it. It was mostly from the M8 and that tar that I pick up along the way somewhere. I'm not actually watching the gameplay right now, I'm just going to put the commentary over it later. I'm kind of doing this on spur of the moment, because I'm going to have work here soon. And that's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, is my first days on the job, and they weren't that bad. It's really not that bad. I mean, minimum wage, part-time. I know it sounds shitty, but for a 20-year-old with no job experience, I'm like, oh my god, this is just fucking amazing. And It's nothing tiresome. It's nothing too taxing. It's just the same shit over and over again, and I'm just like, all right, I can do this. It gets boring after a while, but you know, that paycheck at the end of the week makes it all worthwhile. And the funny thing is, when I first looked at my schedule, when they interviewed me, they're like, okay, we have a part-time position for you to be a front service clerk, and basically that's bagging, taking care of the grocery carts, the shopping carts out in the parking lot, bringing them in, all that jazz. Cleaning up at night. They'll have me close occasionally. And since I'm 20 years old, I'm old enough to use like the trash compactor and shit like that. So I'm just a variety. I just have a variety of uses. And what was going on was they're like, okay, you're going to work 25 hours a week. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So after orientation and training went, they sent me my schedule, and I have 33 hours this week. And I'm like, oh my God, 33 hours. We were talking about 25 and during the interview. What the hell happened there? So I'm like, all right, maybe they just want to give me 33 hours so I can be acclimated with the store, where everything's at, what I'll be doing, all the procedures and protocols and policies and shit like that. So I'm like, all right, I'll just go through it and see how it goes. So just the other day, I'm in the break room having lunch, I was having lunch, and my manager brings in the next week's schedule, and he's like, okay, so this is a next week's schedule, and we just keep it here in the break room. I'm like, all right, that's cool. And he's like, once we get you trained as a cashier, you'll be able to get even more hours. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I haven't even looked at the schedule yet, and I'm just like, all right, that's cool, because all of the other front service clerks know how to use the cashier, know how to use the cash register. So I can only imagine that at some point in time they're going to train me to do that too. So I look in the binder where the schedule is, and you know how I was thinking, oh, they just want to get me acclimated to the store. Nope. I have 34 hours next week, and I'm like, holy fuck. I'm a bit ignorant, so I don't know if that's average for a part-time worker at any store, really. I was just like, holy crap, I thought I was doing 25. I'm still taking classes. I'm taking core classes, trying to get them out of the way so I can transfer to a different college and focus on a major, because these core classes are just driving me into a fucking wall right now. I got to get rid of them as fast as possible. And I can't be working 34 hours every week if that's what they plan on having me do. I feel like a part-time associate working full-time hours, and I'm just like, oh, okay, this ain't gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna tough it up this next week, but if he gives me another 34 or 33 hours in the week following that, I'm gonna have to talk to him and be like, hey, I gotta cut some hours and see how that goes. I don't know if he absolutely has to have me work 33 hours a week, but we'll see. I'll talk to him about it. Anyway, guys. Oh, hold on one second. Sorry about that, guys. They needed me. I was about to end the commentary anyway. So anyway, guys, this commentary is coming to a close. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hand gesture the shit out of that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And until next time, guys, this has been D-Shox, and I'm out. Peace.
Friendly UAV inbound. Kill confirmed. Drone deployed. Hostiles have destroyed your UAV. Gentlemen, that was textbook.